Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Om Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Govindaya Namaha. Om Narayanaya Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate. So, the first thing that we are doing now is we are going to be making Shatadhauta Ghrita. And Shatadhauta Ghrita, let me just going to put the phone here so you can see it. For Shatadhauta Ghrita, we need a cup of really ice cold water. You can even take a filtered water, and in the filtered water you can put some ice cubes if you like. It has to be ice cold water. I have a little clay pot. You can use any metal bowl or anything. So it could be a clay pot or a metal bowl. And you need ghee. So Shatadhauta Ghrita is a moisturizer. So for Shatadhauta Ghrita, we need ice cold water, we need ghee, we need a bowl, and we need a plate. Here we go. Here we go. So are we ready? So now we are going to make sure your hands are nice and clean. Now we are going to take a little bit of the ghee and pour it on our plate. So it looks something like this. Here. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah? Okay. And then we're going to take the ice cold water, literally, and we're going to put the ice cold water on top of the ghee. Now, because it's ice cold, you'll see the water and the ghee don't mix. Now you're going to take that water back and we're going to pour the water back. I'll actually use a spoon because I'm trying to use here we go. I'm going to try and use a spoon. So now we take all that water back and we are pouring the water back in the bowl. So there is no water left. Ice cold water is not going to mix well with the ghee. Only a tiny amount is going to, right? So now most of the water is out. So we are mixed with a mixture of a little bit of a ghee and a little tiny cold water in there. I'm going to get my metal bowl. So I have my metal bowl. And now I will take this metal bowl, put it on the top of the ghee like this. And I started rubbing it. And yeah, keep on doing that for a couple of minutes. It's sticky because it's ghee. And it's, yep. This would be a good time to play some music, wouldn't it? Why don't I just chant? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Now I'm going to add a little bit more ghee. You don't have to add more. I'm adding just because I want a little bit more. Again, I'm going to take the same water that we put in the same bowl, put it here, and then quickly take the water out and put it back. Remember, the ice cold water is not going to mix easily with the ghee. The ice cold water is not mixing. Again, I take this, my metal bowl, and I start mixing it. Yes, now I have a good quantity to make. Keep on mixing it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Let's do it in Hindi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Slowly the color of the ghee is going to start changing. So now it's called Shata Dhauta Grita because you have to do this, put cold water 100 times. Now if I were to do it 100 times, it'll be 4 hours. So I'm not going to do it 100 times. So we're going to do a little bit of cheating, but Shata Dhauta literally means it's 100 times. Now give me 1 second. I need to add one more ice cube to this water because it needs to be ice cold. Take it. All right. We have our ice cold water. I'm going to do it one more time. Now this is even colder. I am putting water in and I'm going to put the water, let's see, I'm using my spoon. It's just easier. You can see that the water is not mixing with the ghee. I've just mixed the water once, and then we take, the water becomes a little sticky. See, it's a little sticky. And we keep on. Now, in Western herbology, you don't really use water and oil. Now, when you mix water and oil together, you need to break the bonds. So it becomes like, what is it called? Emulsion, right? Is that correct? Mm-hmm. So ice cream is basically, water and it is fat. And so they put it in the ice cream maker, which rotates very gently. It's like a little centrifugal, gentle, it rotates. And then the molecules of the fat break and let the water in and they become one, becoming a gentle emulsion, right? Now, if you were to just freeze cream, just take cream and then you just freeze it as it is. It's not going to become ice cream. What is the difference between ice cream? Prabhuji, you make ice cream. So how do you make ice cream?
Well, you have to freeze it very slowly as it's being churned, so that the freezing is being applied very evenly and slowly, and the cream gets frozen only while it's constantly in motion.
And we just keep on doing it. I don't think I'm going to do any more water. You're supposed to do it so many times. But the more times you do it, you're trying to break the bonds. Let's do a little. And you will see the color of the ghee is becoming, this is the original ghee. You can see that's more yellow. And the color of the ghee on my plate is slightly whiter, but it's not enough. All right, let's see if I can try it again. I'm going to put some cold water, ice water. Cold ice water is not going to mix, and it's very easy to get it out. Now, a couple of years ago, I had a student, she says, well, this is too hard. So she took the thing and she used the handheld blender. I do have the handheld blender and we can try it, and it was much quicker. Now, handheld blender breaks the molecular bonds very, very quickly. So it still works, don't get me wrong. But if you were to add herbs, if you want to add herbs, if you want to add essential oils, so I'm going to add a little bit of turmeric or haldi, and you do not have to do it, it is completely optional. Why am I adding it? Two things. When we have added, because this is not going to go in the freezer. When you have water and oil mixed together, it can go rancid, there can be bacterial development. So, this little bit of tiny amount of turmeric that I've added is going to make sure that it doesn't go rancid. Now, if it was done properly, the way, 100 times washed and done properly, then it's not going to go rancid. But we are cheating a little bit, trying to do things faster. So making sure that there is no bacteria that grows in it. You can also add moringa powder. But yes, haldi is good because haldi is, a natural support for inflammation, can be used on skin and so many things. So my thing is now very yellow. Ideally, this should be white in color. Yeah, keep on doing it. I'm just going to check up on my students and I will be back. How are we doing? How are we doing? Let's see the color. Awesome. You need to add, it's too dry. You need to add a little bit more water. And here, shall I see yours? Yeah, a little bit more water. Make sure it's ice cold water so it doesn't mix. Yeah, good job. Okay. All right. So my Shatadhota Grita has become very yellow because I have added, I want to be able to use it on my skin, especially in the winter. What happens is your skin cracks and, or even under the feet. So by adding this is a natural, I'm going to do one more ice cold water. We have added a lot of ice cold water here. And now, same thing. You want to make sure that ice cold water, it's not going to mix in completely. And then I'm going to take out the water with a spoon. So if the plate gets too dry, that means you need to add the water. And it should be white in color. Mine is yellow because I've added turmeric. Again, I'm going to take my and here we go. And you should not have any bubbles. So you can see I have a little bit of bubbles here. Bubbles mean that is water. That needs to be mixed in. Bubbles is not good. Yeah. The color should change. And now you don't have to do this. You're going to do it for a couple of more minutes, and I'm going to add some essential oils to it. You don't have to. I like essential oils, that's why I'm going to add to it. And I'm going to go get my essential oils and add my essential oils to it now. Let's see the color. Sisters, let's see the colors. Awesome, that's what I'm looking at. It's still a little bit dry, but it's good. You're getting it, yes. Yeah, your color is awesome, Andrea. You got it. It's perfect. You can do another few minutes, and you can store it in a glass bottle and put it in the fridge. I'm going to be putting some essential oils in it. You don't have to. If you're going to put it on the face, so I'm just going to put some few essential oils. Okay, I'm back. I've got my sandalwood essential oil. And I'm going to put my sandalwood essential oil in here because I'm going to use it on my face. See, it's getting sticky for me. This means that I need to add a little bit more water. Add water. Now take the water out. If it's getting sticky, we need to take the water out. This water is going to smell awesome with the sandalwood.
Now, if someone was doing this in a cold kitchen, the ghee might be more solid more quickly.
Yes. Our kitchen, because we're in Florida, it's nice and hot and we do not have the AC on. So it's pretty hot and humid in here. So the ghee was actually not solid, so it was easier to do this. And now you can see I have little bubbles here. Bubbles mean that I need to mix it a little bit more. Oh, it smells wonderful. It smells like golden milk but with sandalwood. Yep, as soon as the bubbles are done, I am going to be done with this, and then we're going to move on to making the next thing. We're going to do some preparation for making the hair oil. And for hair oil, after this, we will need our Brahmi. And we're going to need some hibiscus flowers. You can use ready-made hibiscus powdered, or these are from my garden. And I'm going to use sweet almond oil. We are just preparing it, soaking it, and then we'll get started on the kajal.
Can you show the label for the almond oil?
Yeah, I can show you the label for the almond oil.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Still need to do a few more. Bubbles are becoming less and less. I think maybe in another minute it'll be done. Make sure your hands are very clean. Yep. My turmeric sandalwood ghee cream is ready. And we are going to now, it smells beautiful, and I'm going to put it in a container. Give me 1 minute to get a container. I got a little, that wee yogurt. I saved them, and I'm just gonna put it in there. I probably need to work on this a little bit more, which I will do after. Otherwise, I didn't want to have to do it for 30-40 minutes during the workshop. You're going to get started. That's my Shatad Hota Grita. And now we're going to get started on the second item, which is our hair oil, which we're going to get started in about 2 minutes. So there's going to be a 2-minute break. Pause. 2-minute break, and we're gonna get started again. We need essential almond oil. Okay.
Putting a paper there that says break.
All right, so 2-minute break, and now we're gonna get started on kajal. But before we do the kajal, we need to do some prep for the hair oil. So we will do that after the 2-minute break. Break. All right. I think our break is done.
Okay.
All right. All right, we're going to get started with the second item. Please, Kritika ji, leave all of that. Put it in the fridge. All right. All right. Now we are getting ready for two things at one time. Let me get my notes. So one of the last items that we are making, have you got me?
Yep.
Okay. One of the last items that we are making is going to be a hair oil. So we're going to cook the hair oil, but we need to put the ingredients that we're putting in the hair oil and dip them in the oil right now. And in about an hour, when they're ready, then we'll cook it. So for that, you need hibiscus flower, if you have it, 1 or 2. If you're making a sample, small amount, hibiscus is fine. And we are using Brahmi, and optional, you can also use amla. I am simply making with Brahmi and hibiscus. That's it. You can use Brahmi, amla, and so the ratio is 1 part Brahmi, 1 part amla, and 1 or 2 hibiscus flowers. So 1:1, 1:2 flowers ratio. 1 teaspoon, 1 teaspoon, and 2 flowers. All right. So you need to make sure you have your oil. I'm using a sweet almond oil. I'm using a sweet almond oil. I'm using Brahmi, and I'm using this. So what we're going to do is we will take a container and let me see. Here we go. So I have a little tiny container. We're making a very sample, small size, right? Small, tiny container. In this container, I'm going to add my hibiscus flowers. I am taking 2 hibiscus flowers. I am going to break them down, put it in my little container. See? Then I have a teaspoon here, and I'm going to take teaspoon of Brahmi or Gotukula or Bacopa, whatever you have. 1 teaspoon, and put it here. And if you have amla, that's optional. You can also do amla. I'm not doing amla for mine. But if you have amla, you will also do 1 teaspoon of amla. Here we go. So we have these 2. And then we're going to add only a little bit of oil to cover this. All right, so as you can see, I've taken hibiscus flowers and I've taken Brahmi, and like I said, amla is, and you have to make sure use a teaspoon, and we're kind of going to slur it together, mix it. Now you could also, some people, what they do is they make a slurry. Slurry means they take the herb and the flowers and the ingredient, they let it sit for a while, and then they put it in a mixer. I don't want to do it in a mixer because what mixer does it is great, but it breaks the bonds way too quickly. And I have been used to the handheld mixer. Is that what it's called? When you use it in the handheld and
Yeah, handheld mixer.
handheld mixer. You can use that also. We have mixed it and we've just let it sit, and this needs to be heated very, very gently. So how are you going to heat it? You can either, if you have, what is that thing called? Slow cooker. So you can put it in a slow cooker, but the amount is very small. So what I am going to do is I am going to put it on low heat in my... So I'm going to take this thing and I will heat it like in a double boiler. So I will add some water. I want to show you, it should be very gentle heat. You can even do it in an oven. So this is barely, you can barely see it. So gentle heat. And now I'm gently heating my oil in this. And the water is going to evaporate. It's going to be heating for like an hour. And that's okay. It can evaporate. And we'll just add more water. We want very, very gentle and very slow heat. You can do this or you can put it in a slow cooker. Are we good? Is it showing?
Yeah.
How are you going to do it, Andrea and... Okay, just show me. Yes. Yes, you want to do it this way? Okay. So we'll just leave it on the lowest setting. It should be a very gentle heat for an hour. It can also be put in the oven. And while that is happening, because we want to multitask, right? We just don't want to sit here and wiggle our thumbs while the... So this has gotten started very gently. Yeah? Do you want to know why we used dried flowers? I know people use fresh hibiscus also. Now, fresh hibiscus has water content in it. For a hair oil, I don't want any water content at all. So that's why we use dried flowers and dried herbs. But of course, traditional Ayurveda, we also use herbs that are not, they're fresh as well. But we are using, because we don't want any, because this is going to be not in the fridge. Unlike a Shatadhauta Grita, the cream that we made earlier, that's going to be in the fridge. This is not going to be in the fridge. So we let it cook, and while it's cooking, we are going to get ready for our kajal. So we are now, while our things are cooking, we are going to get ready for a kajal. So what do you need to make kajal? I'm wearing kajal. I'm going to show you my kajal. See the eyeliner? No, I don't want. Okay. I'm also wearing kajal. Kajal, the eyeliner kajal or kajal eyeliner that they sell in grocery stores is fake. It's fake. Kajal is made with almond flour and ajwain and ghee and a cotton wick or a muslin cloth. That's it. That's the ingredients, and we're going to do it right here. So let's get started. Stay here, please. I'm going to get this stuff right here. Okay. We need ajwain. So if you have ajwain, and if you don't have, that's okay too. But ajwain is good. Ajwain is an Indian spice. What is another name for ajwain in English?
Carom seeds.
Carom seeds, is it?
Mm-hmm.
This is a ghee wick. If you've already got a ready-made one, that's fine. If not, we can make our own ghee wick. And we are going to do it. We are also using charcoal, ready-made charcoal, which is in a tablet here as well. And last but not least, I'm going to use ready-made almond flour. Okay, let me pour the almond flour into. No, you no powdering anything.
You might want to turn the flame down on that.
Yes. I want to show one thing while, see, we are making our ghee now. The water is beginning to boil a little bit here. And yeah, see, I can still touch it. Yeah, it's very, very, very gently heating. That's kind of important. Even when the water is pretty hot, you can still touch it. It cannot get hot. Okay. All right. Let's get everything here. We need ajwain. We need a ghee wick. We need either a diya or something to burn. What is this called in Angrezi, in English?
The ghee lamp?
Ghee lamp? Can you give me that ghee lamp? The bada wala? Yeah, it might be easier to do this. This is a ghee lamp. So are we ready? What we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of ajwain. We've taken a little bit of ajwain here, and I'm taking a little bit of almond flour, and I'm taking, this is half a teaspoon. Or you can, if you have almonds, you can just grind the almonds, just 1 or 2 almonds. So we have half a teaspoon of ajwain and half a teaspoon of almond flour. I'm going to mix it nicely. I have so much, it's easier to do it in here. Right. And then I have my ghee wick. And then I have another ghee wick. I'm going to roll the ghee wick. If you can see it this here. I'm rolling the ghee wick in this mixture of almond. Turn it over and show as well. I am rolling the ghee wick in the ajwain and almond. Right? It should be nicely rolled. So if the ghee wick, if you do not have a ghee wick, you can also take a piece of muslin cloth or just a piece of cotton. So the ghee wick has ghee inside it, so it's very sticky. This is just a piece of cotton.
It should be cotton, not anything synthetic.
It can only be a muslin cloth. You're going to burn it basically. The ghee is the fuel. Right? And now we're going to add a little bit more ghee or oil in here. You can use ghee or you can even use olive oil. I'm just going to use a little bit of sunflower oil. All right. Okay. So I've got some sunflower oil here, and this was our almond and ajwain rolled in ghee, And I'm going to pour it a little bit over here. You can use any oil. You can use sesame oil. You can use sunflower oil. Some people use mustard oil, though I'm not sure I want to use it. And we're going to put ghee in it as well.
Can you use sesame oil?
You can use sesame oil, yes. You can use sesame oil. And then I'm going to add ghee to this. So why am I adding oil and ghee together? Because ghee is basically a form of butter, right? So ghee is butter. And what the oil does, it makes sure that the ghee doesn't, the ghee is kind of well protected with the mixture. So now we have mixed the whole thing together. Ooh, and now we're going to burn it. How do we do that? It's a slurry of, can you show this?
You've done this in a metal container and it's a fireproof surface.
It's a fire, oh, that's, last year we had a student who did it on a plastic surface. That is dangerous. Make sure it's a fireproof surface. It can be a metal, or this is a stone slab.
It will produce a lot of heat.
Yes. And when actually it starts burning, I'm going to actually take it outside. But let's start. So I might need your help to get it started, Prabhuji. This is your time to show your SpaceX
Oh, okay.
thingy.
I can get it.
So for his birthday, I got my husband a SpaceX torch. And I'm giving him the chance to use his SpaceX torch to burn this, basically. All right. And remember, we also have charcoal that we are going to use at the end. So this is a ready-made charcoal. Charcoal is used in the Western medicine also. It basically, is given when somebody has stomach poisoning or something. It takes the poison out. It pulls it out. So it's a ready-made charcoal tablet. We're going to break it open and use it at the end. You don't have to use it. It's just something I like to use. I also had burnt before. This is a ghee wick burnt by itself. It's just black. Now this black thing is the kajal. So now what we want to do is we want to capture that black thing on a container. So we are going to burn this and we are going to put the container on it like something like this. Or let's see. I'll have to figure this out how I do it. So one thing, Prabhuji, before we get started, all the smoke that comes out, we need to capture the smoke, and the smoke is the kajal. So how do we capture the smoke? Should we put another, like a metal on top of it?
Some hot air needs to escape, but yes, you can put a pot
like something
over
like
it.
this?
Yeah, but it needs to have a little bit of room.
Okay.
Like you can do something like this. You can put this, and you have to have something to keep it up a little bit. So
I don't want to use this one, my nice thing.
So
I will use this.
Something a little bigger, and then you need to prop it up.
Oh, how about this one?
Yeah, that'll do.
I'll use
And
this.
you can put some jars around it to keep it up.
Yeah. Let's see. I'll let you come here and do that for me.
Okay. Oh, these will work just
Yes,
fine.
that's his SpaceX torch that is going to get used, which he loves. So he is making a little, we need to capture the smoke. The smoke is the kajal eyeliner. Yeah, so what he's doing is, can you show what it looks like from the inside?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're ready to light it now. though,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
We are gonna light the kajal ghee.
Is it showing in the camera? I think the camera's zoomed out. Okay, let me zoom it in.
Oh, it's showing up,
Okay,
but it's not zoomed in. I don't know how to zoom in.
I will zoom it in.
Oh. Perfect.
I can light it now.
Yes. Ooh. And the rocket is going on. It's gonna burn.
These wicks are very, very thick, so they take a little bit more effort to start. All right, so now
Yeah.
it's burning.
Now it's burning, and we are going to. So the smoke has to be captured by that pot that we have put on the top, and it's going to burn the ajwain, it's going to burn the carom seeds, the almond flour, and the ghee, and the soot. Is it called soot or is it called?
Yeah, the soot.
The soot of the flame is the kajal eyeliner. That's it. And what were the ingredients? You have the almond flour. You have, let me go there. Here is Atul behind the camera. Hi Atul. In his 6 stages of debugging, and this is where we are live streaming on the YouTube.
Can you lift it up for just a minute so
Yeah.
I can show on the camera what it looks like burning?
See, you can already see this black thing.
Can you show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That black thing is the kajal. So the black thing that is burning, the whole thing will be black. And that soot, I can see it. I'm going to show you in one more second. Yeah. See? This is the kajal. This is the kajal.
And that pot is getting very hot also.
Yeah. Ooh, yes, it is hot. It is hot. You can see.
You can get burned.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 second. Can you show it?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. All right.
That black, so whole thing has to turn black for the kajal. So we are burning ghee and almond and ajwain. So now we just have to let it burn for a few minutes. You can see from here that it's burning. Yeah, I guess it's going to take a few minutes. And I'm going to check up on our students. All right, how are we doing? Have we started yet? I think after this we'll take a 5-10 minute break so we get started and we'll restart in 5 minutes. How does that sound? Yeah? And while we're doing that, let's check how our hair oil is doing. See? This is still not hot. I mean, you can see the water is burning, right? Simmering, not burning. Burning. The water is simmering. And here is, I can still lift it. So it's very, very gentle heat. So there was a question when we were making, what if the cold water is not there? Just add an ice cube to it. Yeah. So we must have ajwain in our house. All Ayurveda practitioners should have ajwain in their house. Otherwise, almond flour is good enough. Yeah. All right. Let's check and see how our kajal is doing. Ooh.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So
yeah.
this black thing is the kajal. It's doing well. Yep. I'm trying to go in here and see if we can. Nope, that doesn't work. Yeah. All right, after this one, we are going to take a 10-minute break, and we will resume in 10 minutes and see when our kajal is done. All right, pause.
Okay. All right, so I'm putting it on the break.
All right, while I'm on my break, how are we guys doing? We are on 10-minute break now. You can unmute yourself if you like. That's okay if you have almond flour, right?
Yeah.
So,
Alright, while I'm on my break, how are you guys doing? You're on 10 minutes. I do speak, but you can unmute yourself if you like. Going out too. This is gotcha. That's okay. You have almond flour, right?
yeah. Yeah. Keep on, make sure it's on the top of it.
Just gonna use
Hi, you're not streaming right now.
Recording stopped.
You made a makeshift fume hood. I don't know exactly if you can.
All right,
Something to catch smoke.
we're still on a break. The next thing that we are going to make is nasya oil. So I'm going to start getting all my ingredients ready for nasya oil. This is what I use for the nasya. We need our little bottle. So nasya oil, we're going to use sweet almond as the base, and we will use,
Ooh, look at that.
yeah, wow. We have to let the whole thing burn out. And let's see how our kajal is doing. Ooh, look at that. It's awesome.
Are we done with that?
No, not yet. I still have to assemble everything.
That's how hot this is.
What?
It's hot enough that if you put water on the top of the pot we're using, it just sizzles. See? Look. That's how hot this is. It's hot like a towel.
Oh, cool. Let's show that. All right. I'm coming in 1 minute.
Yeah, okay.
All right. We are back from our break. Let's see what's happening with the kajal. Now, you can see how hot it is. It's hot enough that there's bubbles steaming. Woo! That's our
Can
kajal.
you turn it around?
Yep. That black soot is the kajal. Did you get it?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Woo! That's great. Homemade kajal. All right. Okay. So I'm going to end this. Enough of the Instagram. All right. Now we are going to be making a nase oil. So what all do we need for nase oil? I'm here now. So I'm going to move that. For nase oil, you need. Let me know when you're ready, Andrea. Are you ready? We are going to get our nase oil ready. If you're ready, get all the stuff for the nase oil. And I'm starting on YouTube. All right, welcome back. So, basically, you need the base oil. Again, I'm using the sweet almond as the base oil. I'm not going to be making a lot because I already have some. And you need an amber bottle. So why do you need an amber bottle? Because we do not want light, any kind of light when it hits the herbs and the oils. It changes the Mahabhuta the chemical structure. So it started decomposing. So amber prevents that. So amber bottle. And then I have a little funnel. And I'm not going to use eucalyptus, but some people, if your nose is blocked, a drop of eucalyptus is not a bad idea, but I'm not going to use it. Main thing I'm going to use is ginger. I'm going to use lemongrass. I'm going to use sandalwood. And I'm going to use tulsi or holy basil. In Ayurveda, one of the best tailam is anu tailam. It's both nasya oil and karnapurna, meaning for the ears also. So let's get started. We will... Are we zoomed in?
Yep.
So we are going to take our... Let me see from here. Okay. We are adding our base oil. Base oil has been added. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 drops of tulsi oil. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 drops of sandalwood oil. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 drops of ginger oil. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 drops of lemongrass oil. I'm doing this nasya for myself, but if I had a congestion, I would have used a drop of eucalyptus as well. But I am doing one which is more pitta pacifying, pitta kapha pacifying, not kapha pacifying as much. Tulsi and tulsi oil is good and supports upper respiratory issues. And yes, they have been added. So when you want to use them, you will put them in the dropper and then you put them in your nose. Only one person can use the bottle. You cannot use the bottle with somebody else.
Share.
You cannot share. All right, so that was our nasya oil. We'll take another break and we will come back to prepare tea and prepare a salve. Okay, before we go, let's see how our kajal is doing. Ooh.
That is completely black.
Yep, that is completely black. A couple of minutes break and then we will return. Kritika, how are we doing? Whoa, nice. Very nice. Andrea, is your turning black too? Not yet? Yeah, the ajwain. And did you put almond flour in it?
Yeah.
What about the ghee wick?
Whoa, nice.
Why is that? You are not turning the audio down?
You want me to turn off the audio?
What about the key?
I've got it zoomed in on the break sign, but the
Andrea,
audio's
can you
still
show me the... Yes, please turn off the audio. Because she's getting confused who's talking to me.
on. Just have her mute the YouTube.
Andrea, can you mute your YouTube for a second? Yeah. So, can you show me your Givik, please? Oh, you have added too much. That's what has happened. You need to add lots of ghee. Or oil. Just add any oil, it needs to be filled with oil. Yeah. So, yes, the whole thing, the whole thing has to be covered with oil, otherwise it's not going to burn. Let's see. I asked to use 1 teaspoon of almond oil. I think you've used a lot more than 1 teaspoon. You can try again and then you'll see. Let's see how much it is now. I can't see. Yeah. I put cumin seeds in it. Crushed cumin seeds also. It'll start burning. Yeah, it'll be better now. Kritika ji, did you do the nasta oil already? Awesome.
Yes, I added eucalyptus actually.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, you can do. So you don't have to follow exactly what I'm doing. You can customize it to what works for you. I use the lemongrass, and lemongrass is excellent for vata. Andrea, I was thinking of you with the lemongrass, or even lemon balm. Yeah.
So, is what rose oil, is that something we can add?
Yeah, you can totally add rose and sandalwood. If you add rose and sandalwood, it's good for nasal inflammation.
And can coconut oil be used as the base oil?
No. Coconut oil, unless it's fractionated, cannot be used.
Cannot. Okay.
It has to be like something like sweet almond, or there's something called Kritika, can you please mute me on YouTube?
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's something called fractionated coconut oil.
Okay.
So the fractionated coconut oil will be fine as a base, but regular coconut oil, no.
What about gingerly oil?
No. The gingerly oil that you get from India is really bad quality. It has to be cold pressed sesame.
Cold pressed, okay.
Meaning the first press, high quality.
Okay.
So the one that you get in the Indian store, that is like a bad quality, you know that, right?
So this one is the sesame oil.
I don't know what kind of quality that is. Is it a good quality one?
Yeah, it's a good quality. I can actually when we cook in it.
So if you use sesame for nasta oil, for vata issues it will be okay, but if someone has a mucus, it will actually increase their mucus.
Increase the mucus.
So
Okay.
because sesame pacifies the vata but increases mucus because it increases kapha. So I try never to use sesame, but it can be used if you have dry nasal passages or you have dryness. So yeah, I'm gonna have something to drink. How is the hair oil? It's still on the gas, right? It's still, yeah. All right.
Becoming more transparent.
Now we're gonna do salve. I think I'm gonna do the salve first. Oh, let's do a tea bag. That's the easy one. Let's do a tea bag. Okay, let's. I'm gonna mute. You can start the YouTube again. I'm restarting.
All right, shall I resume? Resuming, yes?
Yes. Thank you
Oh.
for helping out. Okay, we are restarting. And I'm going to show you what I have in my little tea bags. These are actually lotus. So I have dried lotus leaves. You can use any leaves you like. I'm going to get some rose, dried rose as well. You can take any dried leaves. I try to have stuff straight out of my garden. These are lotus petals from when we had a pond a couple of years ago, and in the summer there were a lot of lotuses. When the lotuses dried up, you think I was going to throw them away? No. I dried them up and I'm going to use them in a tea. Not right now. Right now we're going to make a rose tea. But the rose and lotus tea,
If you don't have a lotus pond, can you get them at an Asian grocery?
you can get them at Asian grocery, absolutely. So lotus leaves are a little bit more gentle. You can also get lotus seed powder. Please do not make tea with lotus seed powder or lotus stem. Only the leaves, water lily leaves. So this is excellent for women.
Are these lotus leaves or lotus petals?
These are lotus petals. And then I also have, these are gardenias, again from our garden in the summer. So you have gardenia. And then I also have roses, which are not from our garden, unfortunately, but I got them and they're very good quality. And you put them all together in hot water and you steep them. So I had already done it before. I had steeped it before we started, and we'll see how it looks like. It's been steeping for actually a long time, and then I put it in the fridge to cool down, and this is what it looks like. Oops. There's a slightly pinkish tinge. So it has gardenia, lotus, and roses in it. The reason I had it pre-steeped is I didn't want to wait like 1 hour. I steep it for really, really long time. Like I can steep things even overnight. So this is what the tea looks like completely steeped. It has gardenia, it has lotus, and it has the roses as well. Let me You see? Oh, it smells beautiful. That's it. And why roses, gardenia, and lotus leaves or water lily leaves? They are excellent for supporting anxiety and supporting issues, especially during the menstrual cycle, PMS. You can also have this with tulsi tablets or tulsi tea. And you know what? I'm gonna have a tulsi tablet and some of this tea right now. So I have some tulsi tea from Banyan Botanicals. Tulsi tablets from Banyan Botanical. I'm gonna have that with a little bit of that wonderful tea. Wow, that is potent. Whoa, it's good. All right, and that's it. That's now why tulsi and rose and water lily and gardenia. Excellent for cooling down your body. Excellent for pitta. Excellent for perimenopausal woman like me. Excellent for mind support. You know, if you're a nurse or you have 12-hour shifts in an auto factory, or you work in a place you get hot, the rose and water lily tea cool you down. Please don't go and buy ready-made tea bags from the produce store. Get the petals, make your own tea. Get ready-made, and just you can get these bags and make your own tea, and always steep it for a long time. 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and so on. So the last thing that we're going to make after this is our salve. And for the salve, we are going to get started right now. And I'll take a 2-minute break. Andrea, look at my pot. It's black. Okay, please get ready with all the salve stuff. That's the last thing we'll be making. Woo! Are you guys enjoying yourself, or is it stressful?
It's good. What do we need for the salve?
So for the salve, you would need, you know the dried flowers I sent you?
Yeah.
We are going to actually do a little bit of cheating, and we're going to put some oil we're going to put them in oil, yes, and then we are going to put them in a blender and blend them.
Okay.
And then we are going to salve it.
Okay.
Okay. So you have, the only thing that you need to add from your end is a little bit of turmeric
Okay.
to that.
I love the Nastia oil. I use Nastia oil. I buy it. I don't need to buy it anymore.
No, you don't need to buy it. But were you able to get the tulsi as well? The tulsi oil? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And so you mix it together. What is your base that you're using?
I used almond oil.
Oh yeah, that's what I use.
I also have Brahmi oil.
Yeah. You can use Brahmi oil as a base also.
Great.
Yeah. So now you can have a nasi oil ready for your clients, and they would love it that you made it, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna go back on the YouTube, all right.
Shall we resume now?
2 minutes. I need to get everything ready.
Is there going to be a finishing up of the codule? You
Yes.
scrape it out, you
Yes. let's start with the scraping. I just need to have the...
You should probably wait for it to cool because it's still hot, hot, hot.
Yes.
That is dead black.
See?
Black as soot. Yeah. Oh yeah. Wow, look at that.
Oh, are you getting it? All right.
Okay.
All right. Now we are back for the final. We're going to make a salve, but before that, let's check how our kajal has come out. I have taken a little bit of kajal from this black soot, and you can see this black oily substance on my finger is the kajal.
Wait.
See?
I'm zooming in on it.
Yeah.
Okay, got
That
it.
is the kajal. So how are you going to use it? Let me show you in 1 second. So what you need to do is you need to have a brush. Yeah, you can forget about the you have to use the pot. You will take a little bit of kajal from here. You know, look, I've taken the kajal, and maybe I'll use the other hand, and you can use the kajal on your eyes. See how thick it is. Can you see?
Yep.
Maybe I should make myself a mustache, or maybe make a mustache on you.
Yeah.
So yeah. See, and if you see, it's clean. It's a clean soot.
And it comes off.
It comes off very easily. See? See how easily it's coming off. Okay.
Can you use the residue in the pan where you burned it?
No, we cannot use that. You can use it for body painting, but not the eyes. Okay. Now we will get ready for our salve. What we're going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of I'm going to take a little bit of sunflower oil. You can use any oil that you like. You can use...
And this is a cold pressed sunflower oil.
Oh goodness, this was not... I need to do this again because there was some water in here. Oh. All right, I will do it the old-fashioned way. I'm going to take some flowers. I'm going to put them... You can just blend them together. It's just easier to do a blending and make a slurry. Or you can do it the old-fashioned way. So you're going to do the old-fashioned way.
Should I zoom in?
Yes. I have taken a little bit of oil here. I'm going to heat it up gently. And herein you can add flowers if you have, and heat them gently. So if you have any flowers, you can put it in there. I don't want to use flowers. I am going to be making this for my skin. So I'm going to put some roses and moringa and turmeric in it. All right. Are we zoomed in on?
Yep.
All right. So I'm going to start with putting some moringa. This is from my garden. I have been drying it since yesterday. Well, some of them are drying since yesterday and they are ready to go in. The oil should not sputter. If it's sputtering, that means it's got too hot. We are trying to mix it, but we are not trying to sputter it. Then I am going to add some roses. So the color of the oil is going to change as we are adding our flowers to it. So we've added moringa and we've added, this is just a small amount that we are making. Ideally, you want to do this one day before and let it sit for 24 hours. You can even let it sit for more than 24 hours, a couple of days, especially if you're in a cold area. Since I am in a hot and humid place, a couple of hours is enough for me. But depending on where you are, if you're in high altitude, low altitude, near the ocean, how humid it is. So in humidity, things just kind of cook quickly and change quickly.
You want to keep it up so we can zoom in?
Yeah.
See.
And now I'm going to add some marigold or calendula flowers in there.
Just tip it up a little bit when you do that.
Yeah, let me add the flowers. And I'm going to add a little bit of turmeric powder. That's it. It's a simple salve that we are making. Now we need to take, now my oil here is done. Now I'm going to take beeswax pearls and heat them up. I'm going to be heating up beeswax pearls.
Okay.
Right here. And I'm actually turning the gas a little bit, stove slightly higher, though it's still at the lowest setting. Let's show both of them. So our slurry of herbs and flowers are cooking extremely gently on the right. And on the left, we are using the double boil system for melting our beeswax pearls. All right, so we have a slurry of herbs that are getting gently cooked. So we had fresh moringa that was dried up from my garden. There were some calendula, marigold flowers. There's a little bit of turmeric, and there is a little bit of roses, dried roses, and they are getting gently cooked on the right hand side of my stove. And on the left hand side we have a double boiler, and we are melting the beeswax pearl. I think I may need to add a little bit more water there. Yep, it is beginning to melt. And this is the kajal that we made. This is the kajal that we made. And this is a hair oil that we made. We just need to filter it.
You want to use the coffee filter for that?
We are not going to filter it today. I'm going to wait 24 hours before I filter it. The longer it stays in there, the better it is.
Can you just tilt the hair oil a little bit?
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. Yep. All right.
It take a minute. Hello. Let's see how it's doing. I can start smelling. The moringa has started smelling. I can smell the turmeric, moringa, calendula. This is really nice. So while our beeswax pearls are melting and then doing their job melting, we can start filtering this oil out. So let's filter this out.
Chutney?
Chutney. No, it's not there. So we can use a sieve to filter out the slurry of herbs. Again, it's moringa, calendula, and rose. And yes, our beeswax is almost ended, melted. All right, I might need your help in doing the sieve here.
Okay. What are we turning it into?
Something which is dry. This will do.
Okay. So this? Pura.
Yeah. That's it. Okay, it's all done.
Okay.
All right. And let's look at the beeswax. The beeswax is almost melted.
Do you want me to add the beeswax to that?
Yeah.
It's very hot.
Yeah, no, I'm going to add that to the beeswax.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah. Oops. I need some help.
Okay.
Can you hold this? Yeah. Put it back and make sure all of it is melted. Yeah,
I have
Yeah.
to just adjust the camera.
yeah. You can take that out
Okay.
because we need to start using the beeswax. All right, that's our beeswax. And now we're gonna add the oil to the beeswax. And we let it cool down, and that's it. Our salve is done. I think I'm gonna add some sandalwood or essential oil of rose to it. You don't have to. Couple of, it's a very good grade sandalwood oil. Yep, that's gonna smell amazing. And I let it cool down, and as it cools down, we can put it in our containers. I'm gonna get my containers. I need your help again, Benji. If you can open this. And this. Now we need, it's very hot, we need to pour the salve into the containers.
Yes, I just need to hold on to it.
Here is our salve. It is beginning to melt, so you have to hurry up. You can see that the sides of it are beginning to melt. Yep. Yeah, and it should be, I think the parts of it have already melted here. You can see that, you know, parts of the salve have already melted. So this is going to melt. And then once it this is going to harden. And once it hardens, your salve is ready. Again, we have made it from moringa, calendula, turmeric, roses, and some essential oil of sandalwood. So you can see that it's this one's already beginning to harden.
Can you tilt it up just a
Yeah,
little bit?
I can
Wait.
put it right there. See, the first one is already beginning. You can see it's solidifying. Is that the word?
Yeah?
Solidifying is the word?
Congealing, solidifying.
Congealing. I don't know why congealing sounds kind of... Yeah! Congeal. Ugh. What else would you use congealing in?
Usually some fatty substance that
Yeah.
becomes non-liquid at room
So
temperature.
again, before we end, so we made the kajal, and this is what the burned stuff looks like when we made the kajal. And this is a final product, and you know it's done right because you can cleanly take it off the plate. That's your kajal. And then we have made hair oil, but I'm going to keep it for 24 hours before I filter it. So we have cooked it on very gentle heat for about an hour, hour and a half, and we're going to keep it for 24 hours. And then this one's already, you can see this has started hardening. Oh, that one's completely hard now. The first one, yeah. This is done. See? This one's going to take a little bit more time because this is more full. This was just a tiny bit. So yeah, that was our salve. So, what all have we done today? We've made the kajal, and we've made a salve, we have made hair oil, and we have also made our nasya oil, and we have made the rose, water lily, and gardenia tea. And I think that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed. I had a great time in this workshop. And
Question,
Sure.
do these things need to be kept covered, like airtight lid or something?
the salve needs to be kept covered, airtight lid. The oil also needs to be kept covered so that, you know, we don't have any flies or any bacteria.
And you made the nasi oil in an amber bottle.
And the nasi oil was made in the amber bottle. This one's going to be pretty safe even if it's open. The kajal is going to be absolutely fine. It's just soot. But yeah, this one's now
Can you
congealed.
scrape the soot off with something and
Yes.
keep it in a little tin? Or
Yes. So, you know, growing up, here, see, I'm going to collect the kajal for you. You can see I'm collecting the
It
kajal.
seems like you could use one of those little metal tins and
Yep.
collect it.
You could collect it like this. It's literally nothing but soot of ajwain, ghee. So this,
I'm going to zoom in on it. So it's a very fine powder.
yeah, the kajal is the fine powder. And when you're going to put it on your eyes, you can easily mix it with a little bit of ghee or a moisturizer because it's very dry. And you know how your kajal stick from the grocery stores, it actually dries up? This one is a powder. So as you use it, this is the powder. Yeah.
Nice.
Fun, huh? And this is the kajal powder that we have made. And I think I showed you what it looks like on my skin. Maybe I will end by making a mustache on myself. Or maybe putting it on my eyebrows.
I'm going to zoom in on
Yep. And guess what? I can of course, when you're putting it on your face, you have to make sure on the cheeks you have some cornstarch or any potato starch, otherwise it'll fall like it fell here. So you don't want that to happen. You want it to collect it. Or you can use a little bit of moisturizer there. But yeah, that's your kajal. And let's see, our salve is done. Yay! Our salve is done. Yep.
So when the salve is cool, it'll be like a tiger balm or
It's
anything
like a
that.
tiger balm, and then you just close it. Voila! This is what it all looks like at the end of our workshop. Woo! We are done. Thank you very much. It was great. Thank you very much. And I hope you enjoyed.
Okay, stop the stream.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Now the YouTube is done and I'm here. Hi, who are you? What's your name?